not have a very exact tsunami numerical simulation. For example, we should have this kind of wave profile, but once the grid length differs, the solution changes like this. All of these are for one tsunami, but with the difference in the grid length, we can have quite different solutions. So we have to, when we would like to have exact solutions, we need several conditions, this kind of conditions. We established these conditions, and our tsunami code is, say, this tsunami code. We don't need here S. Usually we use tsunami TSU, but this tsunami code don't have S because it is the abbreviation of Tohoku University numerical analysis model for inundation. Okay? So this code was now the standard code of the UNESCO, and during the IDNDR, we transferred this code to 51 organizations in 24 countries. Now comes 1993 tsunami. So this is before and after. This area was protected by the seawalls 4.5 meter high. Seawall remained almost contact with almost no with no damage, but the houses were washed away. The tsunami height was 11 meter high. This height was only 4.5 meter. Now, after this experience, we consider that the defense structures are only to reduce damage. The most important is human action. So our defense works since 1997 is a combination of defense structures, that is hardware, and city planning, and softwares. So this is 2006. In 2006, the Central Disaster Prevention Council recommended to prepare for these tsunamis along the Tohoku region. And in addition to this past tsunami, with the aid of the knowledge of so-called seismotectonics, this region may move independently with the earthquake magnitude 8.6 or so. But what actually occurred is this. These three portions moved simultaneously. So this line shows the tsunami height, what was recommended in 2006, and these are tsunami height actually occurred in 2011. Now, we use the tsunami defense structures. This is the typical one, seawalls. This is so-called tsunami walls in Watanabe. Now, before 2011, Iwate Prefecture made this simulation. It clearly showed that Watanabe seawall would be very, very easily overflowed once the Meiji tsunami occurred, like this. So this is what actually happening in Watanabe. This is the Watanabe seawalls. The tsunami is coming. But here, you see, outside the Watanabe fishing harbor, tsunami height was 16 or 17 meters. And here it's only 8 meters or so. This fishing harbor and breakwater worked very well to reduce tsunami height from 17 meters outside to 8 meters inside. They were quite lucky because the tsunami that attacked this Watanabe was like this. It's quite high, but this is quite short. Now, Kamaishi tsunami breakwater. This is registered in Guinness World Book because the water depth here was 63 meters. This is before and after. Then the tsunami breakwater in Kamaishi was useless, or it worked well. Now this is before and after. This part are well protected, but somewhere here are damaged. Now, without this tsunami breakwater, tsunami height outside the breakwater was nearly 14 meters. And inside it is reduced to 8 meters. So tsunami breakwater, it was damaged, but it had some effect. Now, Taro Town, it was, So, after 1933, it was restored inside the old dike, 10 meter high. And during the 1970s, new dikes were constructed. So this is the new dike, 27 after its completion. So here we have many big cracks. So this animation was also produced by the Iwate Prefecture to show the effect of these sea walls to the Taro's resident. So Meiji tsunami came. This height is 10 meters above seawater level, and Meiji tsunami is 15 meters above seawater level. Then easily Meiji tsunami overflowed. So showing this animation, I often told to the Taro resident, once overflowed, this will be completely destroyed. Therefore, the most important is to evacuate to high ground. And this is the result of the 2011 tsunami. So now, if the city is strong enough against the tsunami, the best is to move to high ground. This place, this Mr. Numa was the leader of this location. After Meiji tsunami, these people moved from here to this place. And by the Showa tsunami, no damage to the village. And this is just before the 2011 tsunami. And now, this is before the tsunami. You see, these beaches and the coastal forests were all washed away, but still the village was no damage. Tsunami resistant building. This is a scene taken in Italy in 1908. Tsunami height here was only 3 meters. Then, so if it is solid buildings, it worked very well. Now, this is a scene after 2011 tsunami. You see here many houses were washed away. Here we have a lot of houses because there is very solid buildings in front of this area. We can check this kind of effect by using the numerical simulation. So this shows once the major tsunami hit this area, you see here, this is fish market. It has no walls, only piers. Well, you see, here, tsunami can easily pass through like this, and but here, only this through the narrow street, tsunami can enter. Therefore, the tsunami force here is not so strong. So the soft countermeasure is forecasting and evacuation or public education and so on. The rule number 1 to save your life when an earthquake occurred, this one is most important. After a violent earthquake, a tsunami will come, but this rule has 10% exception in Japan. So, as I told you at the beginning of my talk, the Meiji tsunami, it was a tsunami earthquake. The tsunami and earthquake was small, therefore no one tried to evacuate, therefore the many people were killed. Second rule is a tsunami begins with an ebb, but you see, there is no rule but has exception. Here, inside the fishing harbor, water is quite still, but tsunami is suddenly comes. Now, let me skip this one. Even a small tsunami can kill you. Here, 9 people. This is the last person, and including this last person, 3 persons in 9 people were killed. The tsunami thickness here only 70 centimeters. Therefore, in case of a tsunami, no horizontal evacuation. Better is the vertical evacuation. So this is the tsunami evacuation buildings. Here, emergency shelter in beach, but here it is enough. The height is enough, so there is marks here. There are 2 lines. One is the highest tsunami record in the past, and this one is the tsunami that will be in the near future. So these lines are quite low compared with this terrace. Now in Japan, the tsunami hazard map is very popular one. So this shows the tsunami hazard map in case of Unosumai. This primary school and secondary school, the two schools are outside the tsunami hazard map. And actually occurred in 2011 was like this. These areas were completely damaged by the tsunami, but the school children, all the school children were safe. And this small circle shows the point, one point shows a person, not the school children, an adult who are killed. What made this difference? All the school children were safe, but other people were many other people killed. 86% of the dead lived just outside the inundation map. So many other people consider that, yes, we live outside the expected inundation area, so we are safe. But school children didn't think like that, because Professor Katada taught them there's three principal rules. The first one is, do not stick to the expected. Expected is expected, but you have to your best looking the phenomena with your eyes and judge, and then you should become the leader of evacuation. Do not recommend, you shouldn't be the follower of evacuation. So this, due to these three principles, school children's all safe. So tsunami is different from another one. This is 1933 monument. Earthquake, then tsunami comes. 1960, tsunami without earthquake. So tsunami wisdom to be continued is two principles. The best is to live on a tsunami-free high ground. The last means is early evacuation. Other wisdoms are an earthquake, then a tsunami, abnormal sea movement, then a tsunami. These are other wisdom, but this wisdom has some exceptions. So this is the way to continue tsunami wisdom. Now, here in Miyagi Prefecture, in order to continue the old wisdom, they have memorial service every 50 years. So earthquake and tsunami occurred in 1662. So with memorial service, they built this monument. So 50 years after, 100 years, 150 years, 200 years, 250 years, 300 years after, and 350 years after that tsunami. By this means, we can continue the memory. Maybe we can continue the knowledge, but we are not sure can we continue our wisdom of how to behave in case of a tsunami. So many data are installed in this tsunami data library. Most of them are written in English, but some of them with English, French, and Spanish explanation, especially for the CG animation also. We can find the English version. So please visit Tsunami Digital Library. But I recommend you do not abbreviate this Tsunami Digital Library as TDL. Yes, you can get, but most of them are not for Tsunami Digital Library, for Tokyo Disneyland. Thank you very much for your attention.
それでは、question and answer 質問を受け付けます。いかがでしょうか。Any questions?
Thank you very much, Professor Shuto, for a great talk. I think Professor Shuto and your professor at Tohoku University has made a tremendous contribution to the global outreach of scientific outputs of your tsunami science and engineering. One of that is Tsunami Code. That's your plan, and we are proud that Tsunami Code. Let us have, what I say, your idea, not practice. How would you disseminate defense knowledge against tsunami in plain language? Because we have a lot in Japanese, in English and other languages, for people, especially in the Asia Pacific.
Say within 10 years after one event, it's rather easy to distribute our wisdom. For example, after the 2004 Indonesian tsunami, many Japanese old tales, for example, the Inamura no Hi and other tales, are given in the public education in the Asian region. But now you see one typical example is after 7 years, the fishermen who moved to high ground after 2004 tsunami is now going down. And once we transport our technical knowledge, such as the tsunami gauge information or others, but it didn't work well just maybe April this year. So anyway, it is quite different. But, not only in Asian people, but also in Japan too. Because you see, I was very much surprised at the fact that in 2011, so along the Sonic district, in the public education, we always said after a violent earthquake, tsunami will come. Therefore, evacuate. The last earthquake occurred daytime, around 2 o'clock or so, and with a very big earthquake. But we had 20,000 people even in this area where the public education was well organized, maybe the best in the world, still we had this kind of big victims. So human changes, human generation changes, and then with the elapse of time, the many person, younger generation, began to consider, oh, maybe it was, but it was only a tale for them, not the experience. So this is quite always anyway
Yes.
quite different.
Thank you very much.
Okay, one more quick comment or questions? Okay, so,
Shuto sensei, thank you very much. I was born in Rikuzen, Takata, and I was born in the Hirotacho. Compared to the Takata main city, we don't have very much damage because our people are quickly evacuated. Although the central part of the Rikuzen, Takata, there are plenty of damage. Do you think what makes a difference? What makes a difference between Hirotacho and Takatacho? In Takatacho, I think 1,500 people died. But in our town, just 5 kilometers south of the peninsula, we didn't lose anybody, almost none.
Professor, may I have the answer?
Yeah.
What is the answer?
I think simply, older generation transmitted one word, just run away.
You are right, you are right.
It's not a big dike.
Yeah.
Yeah, but since you visited many places, you know, each cases, many cases. So I want to hear from you whether you have a different view or share my view to some extent.
Another point, important point is that how far was it from the beach to the high place? In Rikuzen, Takata, it's a big plain, therefore it is not easy to arrive at the high places, and also you see there's very beautiful coastal forest, and it worked 3 times. In Meiji case, Showa case, and Chilean case, this forest could reduce the tsunami energy to some extent. Many people living in Rikuzen, Takata believed to some extent this effect of the coastal effect. So now in case of Tony Hongo, this Tony Hongo was 2 times completely damaged. In 1896, the Meiji tsunami washed away 165 houses of 166 houses. Only 1 house was left after this Meiji tsunami. The people who were on fishing during this tsunami, they arrived and returned to rebuild the village and moved once to high place. But after 3 years, they all again returned. And then Showa tsunami came, again completely damaged. So now all people are ready to move to high ground. Then after 1960, the 5-meter high seawall was constructed. And after that, it 12-meter high coastal dike was attached again. Then change of time. When this 2011 earthquake occurred, a grandmother who experienced the shore tsunami and who lived on high ground, she started to evacuate to higher ground. Those who didn't experience the shore tsunami, but she was always told by her mother, once an earthquake go high. This lady lived on high ground, but then grandson, 40-year-old grandson, we are safe because here, big ocean. And he lived on lowland. And when he saw the tsunami is overflowing tsunami, then he started his car to run away, but caught by tsunami. So high wall is not always dangerous, yes. So the deterioration of this kind of change of the human thinking, this is quite dangerous. So
Thank you, Professor. Then, is that all right? So we move to Professor Koketsu, then we will make a discussion, continue discussion. すみません、コンピューターを少し設定し直さなきゃいけませんので、お時間を少しください。Are you ready?
Yes. May I start?
Just give the brief explanation. So next is Professor Koketsu, and you have page 2 speaker list, and he belongs to the University of Tokyo Seismology and Earthquake Research Institute professor, and he will talk about earthquake science to foresee the disaster unexpected in Japanese. Please start.
Thank you, Professor Anegawa. My talk is on limitations of the earthquake science to foresee the disaster. My name is Kazuki Koketsu. Please remember me these very complicated Chinese characters for my surname Koketsu. I came from the Earthquake Research Institute of University of Tokyo. First of all, I'd like to talk you about the definitions or names of the earthquakes and the disasters. The earthquake was officially named 2011 of the Pacific coast of Tohoku earthquake by the Japan Meteorological Agency. But we abbreviate it as just 2011 Tohoku earthquake because of its awkward length. And the disaster was officially named again the Great East Japan Earthquake Disaster by the Cabinet of Japan. And the disaster resulted in 16,278 fatalities and about 3,000 missing and 6,000 injured and 129,000 houses collapsed as of the 1 year after the event, including the toll from the aftershocks and the triggered events. These numbers came from the Fire and Disaster Management Agency of Japan. And the earthquake's moment magnitude, it's a kind of magnitude of earthquake, moment magnitude of 8.0 determined by JMA to 9.1 by say the global CMT project is the largest ever recorded in Japan and the fourth in the largest earthquakes in the world since 1900 and compiled by the United States Geological Survey. And the number of fatalities is second for Japanese earthquakes. And earthquakes with 1,000 or more deaths since 1900 and exceeded by only the well-known 1923 Kanto earthquake. First of all, I'd like to show you some TV program made by NHK, Japan Broadcasting Corporation.音が出ないですね。どうも。This program shows you some atmosphere in the community of the earthquake scientists. 'Honestly speaking, we are very sad and very sorry for this unforeseeability of this great earthquake. 'Details I will explain later, but please see this TV program at first.